What's up, YouTube? Yep, today we got two booms for delivery. One is going to Oakville / Mississauga area, and the other to Mississauga branch for a branch transfer. I notified the customer for my delivery in Mississauga, and after giving him the boom, he's going to give me a welding machine. So this will be one of the first times I'm strapping down a welding machine and taking it off a customer. So it shouldn't be too bad. Right now I'm trucking on the Gardner, going through downtown Toronto. So welcome, and enjoy the views, enjoy the video, kick back, relax. Might be a little bit of a long one. Yeah, so here we are. Some beautiful views right now of trucking through downtown Toronto. Condos everywhere. You should be able to see the CN Tower dead straight, but CIBC just slapped one of their buildings right in front of the view here on the Gardner going westbound. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit trafficy here. So I'm going to have to slow down and basically just taking the views around me of downtown Toronto. Yeah. So right now is the Scotiabank Arena. I did a video like this before, but the camera was still. I didn't have it on my first-person view, my head camera here. So Scotiabank, and then we're gonna pass the Rogers Center here. Yep. Ay. I gotta turn that music down because I don't want to get copyright infringement. Get a big warning on my video here. Yeah, there's a Rogers Center. Hopefully my camera catches it in the views there. The Rogers Center, Ripley's, CN Tower, in the bottom end there. And over to my left is the ports, Billy Bishop Airport. I used to work there. I worked there for about 2 years, but things got a little hairy and shady over there, so won't get into that, but it was an awesome job while it lasted. But here we are back in the grind and the grit of trucking, offloading and loading machines at Cooper Equipment. Everywhere you look here, everywhere you put your eyes, you see a condo. It's like literally a swarm of condos that wrap around the Gardner Highway. So like, no exaggeration, everywhere you put your eyes, you see someone's bedroom window or balcony or just building, like a literal concrete jungle. But it's Toronto and it's beautiful. Spadina Avenue, right over here in the distance, in Chinatown, north of here. My last video we discussed with the driver favorite Chinese spots in Chinatown. I gave him 2 and he shot me 1 or 2 spots. Yeah. We're gonna come across the CNE. It's the CNE, the X. Some people call it the X. The CNE, Canadian National Exhibition. It's actually open now. It opened last Friday. So you're gonna see the rides and the midway and a little bit of activity. Hopefully we'll get to catch some activity on the camera. Yeah, it's down to 2 lanes here up ahead because they're rebuilding the Gardner Bridge. So there's a lot of construction, a lot of bottleneck here. Everyone fighting to get out of the city. I came from Scarborough down the DVP, so I have to hang out in this bottleneck, get through her nice and easy, and then we'll be making some good time to the Mississauga Oakville area. Right now I have a 62 articulating boom, and then a 45 articulating boom. That's going to a branch transfer, not a customer. So the 62 Arctic is on the back, on the rear end, chained down and strapped down. And then the 45 is on the front end. So when we offload the 62, we have lots of space for the welder. Hopefully it's not too much. Hopefully it's not too big. I would imagine it's just hopefully it's just a smaller unit. But we have all kinds of space, no matter if it is too big or small. I used to use, when I worked at the ports there, I would use that little street down there to get onto the highway. I'd right on the Spadina, and then this merge lane right here, I'd hammer right down and get out of the city and go home to North York, where I live, and use the 427, Gardner 427, 401, Keel, and then home. Nice little trick that you use down here, the little tiny side streets to weasel your way through. Muscle your way onto this Gardner here, like these people are right now on this side. Yeah, the concrete jungle. Yeah, it's not too bad. Normally, because it's later on, it's late mornings, 10:45. So it's moving kind of steady, even though it is busy. It's on the quicker end. Everyone's getting their wheels turning and I guess cooperating to get out of the city here. So normally you're moving just a couple feet, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. That's why with the stop and go traffic and maneuvering areas where you need to maneuver tight, automatic trucks is where it's at. But if you're on the highway a lot in open space, prefer the stick because it gives you something to do. So I drive both. So whether it's an automatic 18 speed or I can do them both, no problem. So. Underneath here is Fort York, and just coming up now where that big billboard is off in the distance, I doubt you'd make it out on the cam, but coming up on my left hand side is the C&E. Yeah, this person in front of me, this little Nissan here, is taking it nice and easy, driving really cautiously. Probably a new driver or a scared driver, but I could just tell the spacing that they're leaving in front of them, that and how they're tapping their brake all the time, that they're not too comfortable of where they are right now. So I'm just gonna take it nice and easy behind them. Yeah, you can see a Ferris wheel, but can't really make out anything from here. And they demolished Ontario Place. You can see the infrastructure from here. You could normally make out a lot of the infrastructure of Ontario Place. I was there, and there's nothing left. It's just weird to look at. See nothing there. You have like a half of a water slide left, or observation deck over there, and that's pretty much it left of Ontario Place. I think they were there's Budweiser Stadium or stage. I think that exists, and people still go watch concerts there. But other than that, they're making, I think it's Ontario Place. That's the new home for the Ontario Place, where Ontario Place was once located in North York / North Toronto, Don Mills and Eglinton area. Now they're moving it right down on the side of the lake. You see all the construction here, them rebuilding the bridge. So they can keep this artery in and out of the city alive. They need to do a lot of renovation. And these guys are happy because today's a cooler day, cooler summer day, so they can get some more work done, take less heat breaks, and not sweat. You can see the CNE there, and people enjoying their day off at the CNE. This is the food building right beside me, National Food Building. Lots of good stuff going on in there. The BMO Field, beautiful. There are kiddie rides over there, off in the distance. Very nice. The Duffin Bridge. Yeah, I'm going through this again, but I have a video where I'm pretty much saying the same things, but it's the camera still as it was mounted on my, over here on the bar. I'm just taking in the views, like giving a little rundown of the area and what I see and where I'm at. So now we've made it through the bottleneck. There's one small little bottleneck left, and that's just getting into Etobicoke or Parkland. They're doing some renovation and rebuilding of the road, highway in that area as well. And you can see on this side, everyone trying to get into the city, get some work done. Here's the same Nissan right here. Loves touching that brake. Is driving super cautiously. I'm trying to, hopefully they move to their right. See, like they touched their brake for no reason, so that sketches me out. Like there was no need to touch your brake when the car in front of you is a football field away. So I'm gonna just get my speed up here and maybe it's their automatic cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and maybe the computer of the car is hitting the brake, but I doubt it. The way the car is swaying left and right, kinda, and that unnecessary braking, it's sketching me right out. So I like to get around this person. A scared driver is a dangerous driver, so we should move to the right. Just take it nice and easy as you are, but in that middle lane, probably not the best idea to drive super cautiously like that. But anyways. Now we're out of it. Soon I'll be able to go 100 Still 90 here. All right, picking up the speed a little bit now because I am heavy. These two machines, you can feel the truck. Truck is stressing on the uphill climbs. When I lose speed, RPMs drop, and I lose speed, so look at this guy in 2 lanes there, wow. All right. Now we're in the 100 area, but there's construction here, so just take it easy. And once I get through this construction, you're gonna see it's gonna open right wide up, and then I'm 20 minutes from my destination. So thank you for bearing with me and taking in the views and watching this hammer down. Oh, I drop it down to 80, go nice and easy. This is park lawn. All right, so we're almost to this little 80 patch here. And we can hammer down now, fly. I don't want that little Nissan to catch up on me here as I'm trying to climb. You'll get in front of me again. Leave that Nissan in the back. I don't want nowhere near that person. So I'm gonna try to get in this middle lane here when it's safe to do so. You got some people just hanging out. Car just hanging out right beside me there, a little Corolla. All right, so now these guys are getting out of the way. I want this center lane here. I guess the OPPs trying to catch the people flying, doing 40 over, 30 over, nailing them. OPP is going to be hanging out. So that now we're in Etobicoke, Kipling and Gardner, and then it's going to the Gardner transitions into the QEW. Queen Elizabeth Way. Pretty sure QEW goes into Niagara onto Fort Erie, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm wrong, make a comment in the bottom. But I'm pretty sure QEW goes right into Fort Erie. Stretch of highway from here to down there. Sherway Mall, the Shishi Fufu Mall for luxurious brands, kind of similar to Yorkdale. We got all the top brands and expensive big box stores that sell designer and all your designer goods and brand names. On my right hand side here, we got Audi and Mercedes dealer right off the highway there in the Gardner. Or sorry, QE now. one busy Monday morning. It's kind of like a two-part series, which will be my first post before this one. Delivering a skid steer. I delivered a skid steer and 45 boom. You can do two different locations in North York, Scarborough area. And then this is my second. These are my next two machines for this busy Monday, which is the 45, another 45 Arctic for a branch transfer, and then the 62 Arctic for the customer. So it's been one busy morning, 11 on the last hour of the morning, and we're getting some productivity for this busy Monday. I like it though. It's more than almost half of the day has passed. And traffic's been not too bad. Nice cool day. So far, so good traffic. It's been great. Doing a lot of construction here. Amico. A lot of renovation, extensions, bridge repairs and renovations. Like these, Amico is literally kicking ass down here. Like it's morphing the way this whole area looks. Doing a real good job. And I think GIP as well is down here. So these guys are doing a real good job. Great stuff, Amico. Great stuff, GIP. I see you guys. Some hard-working men down here getting the job done. It's telling me to exit Winston Churchill, but I think maybe we'll just follow what it says. Maybe there's an accident on Erin Mills Parkway, and you go south, it turns from Erin Mills Parkway to South Down Road, and then it magically becomes Lakeshore Road, Lakeshore Boulevard again. So anyways, maybe there's something going on Erin Mills South Down. Maybe construction from Amico. But I'll just follow what it says and take Winston Churchill so I don't get in a jam. Can't believe it's 2.5 weeks of summer left. Then the boy goes back to school. Summer just blew right by. And almost feels like a couple blinks of an eye. And boom, like we're just shy of September. Cybertruck there. I love those things. I don't know why. I love the way they look, especially now people that are buying them, they're wrapping them in this like a matte finish, matte colors. Looks really, really well. Seen a dude wrap it in like this military camo. Looks pretty good. But the matte black, the matte finish looks really, really good. awesome though. I seen a video that, and within the settings on the Cybertruck, there's like the casual mode, casual acceleration, that, and their definition of casual is like over 300, 400 horsepower. And then there's a sport mode that just opens it right up, and you're at over, I think it's 1100 horsepower, just shy of 1100 horsepower on the Cybertruck. So sport mode just opens it right up. I just found it funny that their casual mode was just shy of 400 horsepower. Little Go Bus, Metro Links. Yeah, we're just 10 minutes away. So yeah, you made it this far in the video. We're 10 minutes to touchdown, and you made it this far in the video. Obviously, you like what you're seeing. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It takes only 1 second, and hit that like button. It would be most appreciated. And anyone else, any subscribers watching, thank you very much. Most appreciated. And let's get this job done. These guys are gonna get busy real soon, UPS. The new iPhone's coming out in a couple weeks. These guys are gonna be real busy. Everyone's on that iPhone. So normally you would exit here, but it's telling me to do so, but normally this would be the primary exit, but it's saying to get off at Winston Churchill, so I'm just gonna follow the GPS, because I haven't been down this area in a while, so I don't know what's going on down there. So I'm just gonna listen to what it's telling me what to do. Excuse me. And as always, Grogu makes a guest appearance. Hey Grogu, just chilling, taking in the views. That's my little lucky charm from home. Brought the boys Grogu. He's a personal sidekick there. Yeah, it's awesome to see people smiling and waving when I'm come to an intersection, people waiting for the bus. They notice it right away, and you see people smiling and waving. Nice little touch, this Grogu here. Winston Churchill, we're gonna go south. And get this machine off and going, and then see what's going on with this welding machine. I'd imagine there's some like wiring or electrical wires that go along with it, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we'll assess it, see best course of action, just to get everything loaded on, get it back to the branch along with the other unit. I made the necessary calls to my dispatch, notify the branch to take it off rent so the customer doesn't get charged, and it's not just like a blind pickup and sent back. And but I sent it back last week. What do you mean? I owe this X amount of money. No, you gotta communicate the message, get it across that there's something that they're sending back to us that the customer wants off rent. So everything is organized. And the customer stays happy. This timer's counting down. You know what? I'm not even gonna rush it. I'm just gonna take it easy. I don't want to hammer through. I could have hammered through, but just to be on the safe side here. I used to come to this plant and pick up this material called pig iron. It's like a black sand, almost like a sand, and it was a lugger truck. Or no, it was roll-off bin, big roll-off bin, a 20-yarder. And I would put the bin underneath the silo, and they would put in the weight, and like a chute, they would just release it, and they would fill the bin like literally 10 seconds, not even. And then it would drop like the legal amount of weight, sometimes a little bit more. I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, I remember it was just this black pig iron. It was really, really heavy. And then I used to do other scrap metal bins, whatever metal they would produce, any materials they would make, or they had, I guess, miscellaneous like steel that they would put in one of our scrap bins. I used to come down here a lot in my scrapping days years ago. But I just remember that pig iron was really unforgiving. All right. So let's go, baby. This thing is ending. Yeah, that truck up ahead with the sea container, he's getting her going. He's a little bit in a rush. It's probably going, oh, no signal. Probably going to where I'm going. I don't know if you can see it in the distance there, but that's where I'm headed there. That silo is where I would, one of those silos there, I would put the roll-off bin underneath it and get that pig iron. Maybe we'll get to drive by it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It says avoid the use, but I have to use them because I'm heavy. I'm only doing just a little over 50 there. And the truck has a lot of momentum and a lot of weight. So sorry, people of Lakeshore and Winston Churchill. Apologies. Get this guy around here. Make a little bit of a wider left. No one in my blind spot there, and we'll just get her done. Go nice and wide over here. We don't want to take out that Porsche, that beautiful Porsche. Nice and easy. And we're looking for $23.91. Some cyclists up in the distance here. Make sure we go nice and wide for them. I wonder if this is the $23.91. Probably not, no. Well, I guess this is why it told me to go down here. But I need to get in here. And this lineup of trucks is, geez, what's going on? This is intense. So it's making a lot of sense now. But thank God that where I need to go is not where all these trucks are going here. So, well, this is intense. I don't know what is going on here. But this is where I need to go. And we are almost there. All right, thanks for coming for the ride. Now, let's take this machine off. I'm gonna make a phone call and we'll get this machine off. Alrighty, come over here off to the side. And we'll get this done. Actually, I'll park up here. I'm probably gonna check in with security. I'll stop right off to here and make a couple of calls and we'll get this machine offloaded. Alrighty. Okay, so we located the customer, checked in with security, And we're gonna get to offload this machine now. I had to wait for escort, so I'm just hanging out here about 10-15 minutes to get to wait for this escort, which is the customer. I pulled off to the side here to the far right. The security guard was barking at me saying, back up, not over here. I'm like, okay, no problem. I was still off to the side and there was still a flow of traffic, but that's what he wanted, so not a problem. Backed it up, pulled off to the far right, as far back as I could. Just to follow the order and follow suit here. Get to take in this cool facility. We do concrete and some kind of metal here, maybe. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, but pretty most likely different types of concrete. But kind of reminds me of RoboCop 1. Like the battle scene at the end of the movie. It's the vibes I'm getting while driving through here. Okay, just gotta be careful here. Wet concrete, but it's not just wet, it's like sludgy. When the concrete gets wet, it's like this really, really slippery mud. You get a little bit of a slide action with the steers there. And I think the delivery that's behind us, it's a wide trailer load. I think that's the same customer getting the trailer delivered. So they're just killing two birds with one stone. This guy escorting me and the same company with another pickup escorting the trailer, the mobile trailer. Just go nice and easy. I'm just gonna follow him. So that silo I was telling you about that shot the pig iron, it was these two doors right here. And they would shoot the pig iron down. I'd back up the truck, roll-off truck, under one of these roll-up doors here, and they would shoot that black pig iron down in there. I do not miss those days. See, it's right there. See that little blue roll-out, the lugger bin? It was right underneath there. Go wide. Nice and wide here. Cool looking plant. Can I turn this truck around in here? Can I even get in? I don't even know if I can get in here. Let's see. I don't know if it's wide enough. Let's see here. I gotta go super wide. I'm gonna back up. I think I can make it. Yeah, I can make it. I think we can pull it off here. All right, I can stretch out a bit more here. Yeah, I got it. Now, So let me get this bill signed and we'll offload this machine together. Alrighty. Alright, so you're set up. We're offloading this unit here. And then we'll be taking that welding machine. I'll show you guys in a second. So it's a trailer style. Taking it off. I'm gonna need, I think, 2 long chains. So I'll put these ones away. Top the airbags, one here. So I need these 2 binders. Put these 2 chains away. Off to the side just in case. This welding machine here. It's a pretty cool area. The silos and all the industrial, all the fittings and the bridges and walkways up on there. Like the infrastructure is just incredible. There's a lot of our equipment here on site, a lot of Cooper stuff with Seeking cans, and so this is one big customer of ours. So we're gonna go nice and easy and do not do anything too dangerous or stupid. You know, just kind of just, you know, the regular scheduled program, everything done properly. Sorry about the loud noise here. We'll shut the truck down. Pretty impressive. That guy, how he jackknifed that trailer in there, and looks like these guys are gonna be here for a while. Here. Okay. Sorry about the beeping, everybody. But this is how we get this Arctic off. I folded the basket, put it on the, folded it in, and then put it basically on its back end onto the trailer floor. So pardon me for the beeping. A huge bird with a falcon or a hawk flying around that silo. That's pretty awesome. Just folded it out too much. Down so I can climb in there without having to kill myself. All right, there we go. Just put it off to the side right here.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right.
What do you make contact with that or what?
I do. Yeah. Put it on YouTube, like just offloading and loading machines. There's this weird niche for watching people work.
Yeah.
So I sit there. I watch this dude that buys shoes, different kinds of Nikes and shit, and I'm sitting there watching hours of this guy just buy shoes from people in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do the same shit and just film myself offloading, loading machines. So, in just 3 weeks, I've went up to almost 60 followers and a lot of people watching, commenting, and getting a lot of activity just from trucking. So, yeah, it's cool if I do this, right?
I don't care.
Yeah. All right. All right.
We're doing the welder.
So when we take this off, we put the welder basically right in that same spot, if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, do you want this?
Want that other one back and then put on top? But...
No. We'll just put it right here because they're going to go to the same branch. This is a branch still. The one in the front's a branch transfer.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to go off in the same spot, all right? So nice and easy. So now we're gonna load the welder, deliver the machine, got the paperwork signed. Now we just gotta, they're gonna help me. They're gonna strap up the loader with the forklift or the telehandler, and they're gonna plop it right on the back because it is a trailer unit. So you get 2 long chains and feed this long chain through the bottom of the trailer. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Put this in, another one over here. Just tuck it in just to be safe. Go up. This one here. It's already slinged up and ready to go. You're gonna put 2 on it?
Taglines in here.
Yeah?
Yeah. Simple as this. Not the end of the world.
All right, you're gonna take over, yeah? All right, awesome. As you can see in the bottom, there's 2 hanging D-rings, the front and the back of the trailer, and that's where the long chains are gonna go. Go nice and easy. But it's very, very safe here, very proper. No Johnny Rambo bullshit. The tag lines and the safety guy right there, over there in the white, watching how everything's going down. If you can put the tongue facing the back. You come around here like this, put it like in the middle. That's what it is, right here. This one. This one, a little bit more. That's it, no wires or anything, just the machine like that, right?
Machine, buddy.
All right, perfect. Thanks for your help, eh? All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's load it like that. Here. Get on here. And then the other one right here. Okay. Now we got the welding machine almost ready to go. The hell? Does it fit? No way. Get out of here. Must fit. I was tripping out for a second. Ooh. Okay. So with this chaining down this unit, we're gonna torque it down a little bit in the back and then a little bit on the front and then come back to the back and basically like fastening a tire onto a car. You want just a gradual fasten, otherwise these binders will just, if I was able to move this with my arms, these binders will most definitely, so it's nice and firm like that. And then come back here, pull on it tight, and then the one is like this, this one's a bit more wide open, and then this, and then nice and tight. Oh, so that's no good. Let's revisit this. I had some slack here that I didn't see. And then there's this welding machine. Now we torque it down. Okay, a little bit there. A little bit there. And then again here. And that's pretty good. That's not going anywhere. Okay, airbags up. We're gonna secure the ramp with the chains. And there we have it. You're gonna back me up out of here just to be proper, and I'm gonna back it up in this corner here and then try to shoot wide and get out of here, or what do you suggest? Yeah, that's good, yeah? All right. Sorry?
I don't see another way of doing it real nice.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I will. There's a second entry over at the far end. I'll pull my truck out of here and shoot that way.
Yeah.
And then I'll meet you over there.
Oh, you got to get me out of here as well? Yeah. Escort me out? Okay, no problem. Okay. So, we're good. Yeah, we are so proper. All right, so let's get these 2 units to the Mississauga branch, and we'll offload them there and we'll get the job done. Thank you. Now we're gonna maneuver out of here. It's a little tight to get through the gates here. Very, very narrow. And you're not allowed to back up here without a signal person, because everything at this customer site is very, very proper. So I see the spotter there. Seatbelt on. Gotta go so wide here because it's very, very tight. I gotta almost hug this this fence panel here, and then almost hug this these jersey barriers. All right, you can see how tight it is here and how close the comfort we're getting. Alrighty, now we got to escort out. Then we hammer this unit, these 2 units, to Mississauga. Get to Mississauga, or maybe beforehand. It's 12. Maybe I have lunch somewhere. I have to have my 30-minute rest stop. So I'm gonna go solid guy here. A lot of rules have changed here. When I would come and do the pig iron, I would check in with security, and I was allowed to drive all around here. I think I delivered some other equipment here when I was with United Rentals back in the day. And again, it was the same thing. I got to check in and drive around, but the rules have changed here now. Escort only. I guess only the haulers there. Most tanker driver haulers are the only ones that could really drive around here and do their own thing. Anybody else? Sorry. No can do. I have to line up to get out. All right, so we're lined up. Okay, so I just made it out of the customer site here in Mississauga, Oakville area. And just a little overview, that is like, that site was like 110% everything safety. There was a safety supervisor watching everything going down, me offloading, unchaining. He was watching everything. I had my hard hat on, my safety glasses, my PPE, everything was in check, but he was just watching everything, how the employees were working, how we were conducting and doing everything. So yeah, there you gotta just literally just take it easy, take your time, and follow the rules. You're taking over. When you're guiding and directing a guy. There was a moment there where the guy was in the telehandler and he looked like he was by himself. So I jumped in quickly to, I'll go above and beyond and like get the machines loaded and whatnot. And another employee came, he had to take over because it's his site, and again, the whole safety. So yeah, that's what went down there. And when you're on those kind of sites, you just literally you just got to take your time. You're at their mercy, and it's not really being at their mercy. It's just putting safety first and just, you know, taking it nice and steady and easy. He put me in a long line up there, and I seen other smaller trucks and trucks that weren't tankers going around. So I thought I was going to have to wait in that line and I realized I can go around. And I seen other people leaving. I'm like, yeah, what am I doing waiting in this line of tankers? So the contractor, the customer there, he put me in that long lineup, but I was able to, you know, there was another exit for, you know, for trucks that weren't tankers. So left respectively, checked out with security, thumbs up, drew the gate, and now here we are headed to Mississauga. So we're gonna go to Mississauga. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna go to Mississauga. I'm gonna offload these 2 units and then see what's good for the rest of this Monday. Okay, so we're almost at the branch. We'll show you guys how I take these 2 units off the bed, and that will be a wrap for this run. And then you'll see how the rest of my day goes. But I'll take you to the branch with me right now. I'm taking a little bit of the inside roads here of the Mississauga, Brampton area, and I'll pluck these 2 units off of my bed. And yeah, we'll call it a video. So yeah, there was on my way down here to this branch, I think there was a huge accident on the QEW, because it was literally from when I left the customer site, that concrete plant, basically coming up South Down Road to Erin Mills Parkway. There was basically by the bridge, you could see the QEW bridge, and it was just trucks and cars from the highway. You could see it was like a standstill. Holy crap! So it took me up Erin Mills Parkway to the 403, basically Square One area, and then that's how I got around this traffic here. This guy's trying to beat me, but I have the right of way because I'm on the right. This pickup truck here. So yeah, that truck's turning, and the traffic's still. Up over here, just weasel my way in. Yeah, on a double right, a lot of trucks take the outside right and treat it as the left, but I think I'm almost certain that, you know, if you stay on the right, you have the right of way, and anyone on the outside of the double right turn onto a roadway, they have to yield to the right of way of the vehicle that is on the furthest right. So I always, on a double right, I never stay on the outside, never. I always take the far right, make a nice wide turn, and make sure my left-hand side is clear, and I do so, yeah. But I see a lot of truckers, they take the outside right, they treat it like it's a double left turn, and they'll take, which you have to take the outside, obviously, on a double left, but on a right, I stay on the far right. So it's telling me to turn right here, but I could still go straight because Shawson is the next one, and I could turn right there. Anyways, that's my 2 cents for a double right turn. Seeing that Dodge Ram he had to wait. See, I had a clear way, and I pulled up, and he realized, uh-oh, I have to wait here because that truck's pulling, and you always turn. What is it? What is the saying? How the saying goes? Late, straight, and late. So pull ahead straight and turn late, something like that. So that way, when they say late, straight and turn late, so that way you make up for the space. And then don't be afraid to crank on the steering wheel and almost high-five your mirror off of the light pole that's in the center of an intersection, or you high-five basically the lane on the marking on the road. Anyways. And there we go. Nice guy. So I'll show you what I mean by straight and turn late. It's a little technique that I use. I seen someone say it. It was like a dude giving a tutorial on pre-trips and maneuvering, and I heard him say it late and straight and late. So, like for example, this turn here, this is very, very tight. So I'm gonna go. He's over the line, so I have a limited amount of space now. But this is what I mean by the high-five, late, straight and late. So I'm gonna just kind of basically hug this guy's sidewall of his trailer by high-fiving, and we basically got it done, just like that. And even that guy is on an angle on my lane, and he's over the intersection median line there. But as long as you go straight and turn late, you should be able to get around. I'm just going to show you just getting into the yard here, and then I'm going to have a little bit of a lunch break, and then we will turn on the cameras, and I'll show you taking these two units off, and then we will call it a video. And again, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, this has been a little bit of a journey, going through downtown Toronto into a concrete plant, and then through Mississauga now, Mississauga-Brampton area, into my yard. So it's been a bit of a journey, and I appreciate you for watching and making it this far. So we are almost there. We're 2 minutes away. All this side is Shawson, Dixie, and 401 area. Basically, it's super, super industrial, like trucking spots, mechanic spots, processing and producing plants, and just mailing, Pure-Later, Canada Post, like just all kinds of industrial sector here. There's a lot of truckers always stopping here. I guess they go for this Caribbean, this Jamaican spot, but I always see a truck here, so it has me curious. It's called Potluck Cuisine Caribbean or something like that. So I'm super, super curious. They got my attention now, because everyone's always pulled right over and grabbing the good stuff, I guess. All right, so there's a lot of activity here. FedEx, this guy's pulled over. I guess it's a trucker in training. Good luck with your course, buddy. Hopefully you pass. And this is our yard here. All right, super wide, late, straight. Okay. And we'll go here. Boom. Very good. Hopefully there's enough space in this yard to turn her around. I want to hug this side of the property and plan my escape and get out of here. Yeah, there's enough space to turn her around, but I'm going to turn her around and basically be close to that skid steer, just along here with a little bit of a gap opening on this side. Looks like that driver is having a little bit of a lunch break himself as well. He's been hammering down all day, I would imagine, just like me. Salute, salute. And they're probably gonna want this unit to come with me. But I'm gonna take my time. Yeah, he left. I'm still gonna stick to my plan and come over here, have a bit of a lunch break. Wide, inside. Go along here, so I'm out of the way, and then the flow of traffic coming in higher still with other guys arriving, the drivers of this branch. Just respect the process. And then we'll pluck these units off and get her done. All right. Just gonna watch my front end of my trailer on this side, and I'm gonna try to get over respectively as much as I can, and I'm not just belligerent, just blocking up half of the roadway here to enter this yard. Machinery here. Just hug this side here and go back as far as I can. And then my forklift is there. I'm gonna ask the yard guy if he can hook up that tongue and give him some space to drive up the ramp with the forklift. Okay, so that's about good right there. And then I'm gonna bank closer just one last time here on this side. That way I'm respectively out of the way here. A little bit more space. So my tires just went on the concrete. I just want to back up a little bit more. That's good enough right there. So yeah, I'm gonna have my break and then we'll pull this off. Okay, so I'm in the Mississauga branch, and we're gonna offload this welding machine. The yard guy, take off this 45 boom, and then I have to load that 125 and take it back to my yard. So we'll do those three things, and it's a wrap. We'll get it done real quick because I can, quick and safely as I can. These long chains off, put them away, and then get prepared to load that 125. There's some issues with it from customer site, so like that. On that side. Hook it up and then I'll take the chain off. Well, you want me to snap that down? Snap that down? I don't want the chain to go in that little chain pocket there, otherwise it's gonna get jammed up and then I gotta reach for it. So I'm gonna try to turn it over. All right. Now you just gotta free the chains on both sides and then put these long chains away and then take this boom off and get this done. Wait, one more, one more. All right, now let's pull this boom off. So yeah, I had a little bit of a lunch break. Let me 30 minutes has passed, so a little bit of a break, but I have to get 30. What the? Okay. So at 28 minutes, 2 more minutes. Put these chains away. And I'll finish. The yard guy was willing to help me out now, as he's really busy, so I don't want to bother him. So I had him something to eat, and then basically, I can help you out right now, but I have some other things to do. So I just want to respect his timing and his efforts to give me a hand. So I said, you know what? Let me end my break now. Still had about 15 minutes left. 10, 15 minutes left. So I said, let me get this unit off now and this one off now, and just let me do what I have to do. And then before I take off, I'll take another 10, 15 minute break and then head back to Scarborough with the 125. Let me close this door so the dust. Take that strap off, put the harness on, and then we're gonna hammer that machine on. I'll zap it quick. Well, hopefully I can get this over there. These JLG 125s are a little bit easier to load. That's Arctic, so it's not that bad. It's good they told me this now, so I don't put my chains away and binders away, and then find out after, and then have to yank all of this stuff out again. So it's kind of good. Okay. So it's on the final stretches of the end of the day. By the time I get this offloaded and the other one chained down, and then it's gonna be bumper to bumper traffic all the way back to Scarborough. Oh. Please. All right, I need this anyway, so when I get up there, I'll free it up. There, chain, and binder ready to go. One last one, and we'll get this done. I think that's gonna go over there, rent ready. I think that's rent ready over there. I'm gonna need this binder. So there's 6 binders, 6 chains on a 125. Okay, I get my harness on. I'm gonna take this off real quick. and then get the other one on, chain it down, and get ready to go. Okay. What a day it's been. A lot of sights, sounds, faces, areas, tight turns, all day, every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. Alrighty, come up here. I'll fold this down so I don't trip on it. And 3-point contact here. Okay. Over here. Alright. Okay. It's a truck sales area. Peterbilt's looking really nice. Be awesome to buy a truck one day. Thanks for your help, buddy. Thank you. You want this over here by the rent ready?
Rent ready over there.
Okay. All right, no problem. See, some booms, when you're off maneuvering with them, the turn isn't so. The turning on the boom, it's not so rapid like this one, right? Every unit is different. You can't assume that all these units are the same. They all handle and maneuver differently. It's kind of like a truck. Not all trucks are the same. Depending on the tire and the spec, the wheelbase, like they don't all. So you never assume that every machine is the same. I operated some booms today, and the turning wasn't as responsive as the turning is on this unit here. It turns on a dime, the Honda Civic. So he wants it in front of the Skyjack, he said, so I'll gladly put it there for him, because I think this unit's going to a customer tomorrow morning, or maybe today, and they're waiting for it. Side like this. I don't want to hit this nice, beautiful truck here. It's a little tight, little sketch. Okay. We'll get it nice and straight so it's in order here. Just watching basically the articulating part of this boom. My eyes are on that, and a nice little safe distance like that, and maybe just a wee bit more. That's good enough right there. All right, now let's load this behemoth. So behemoth, I mean a 125 JLG. So I'm gonna leave that run and then operate it from here. Switch to ground. Sorry for the beeping. What the? Up. It's a common practice to always lift the basket and the boom arm so it's out of the way. 3 to 5 feet of space. Turning it, you've seen as when I came into this yard how I had to turn around almost jackknife, so that extra 5 feet of space goes a long way. We'll turn this down, shut it down, and now the granddaddy-o here. Daddy-os, Big Mama, and the fat lady, the JLG. He said the jib, manager said the jib wasn't working, so I want to be able to secure this machine properly. Sorry for the beeping. All right, so the jib is working. Again, sorry for the loud beeping. So this is a good sign. I'll be able to load this machine safely. Okay. All right. Where's that safety pin? All right. Let me see here. Where is the... Okay, so there it is. Oh, it's not even put in properly here. Okay. Just gonna free it now. Just leave it like that. That way I can still get at it. Okay. I definitely want to lock up, put that safety pin in on the 125, the larger units, because these turrets are really heavy. So this is a big no-no. Put it off to the side here. I'll leave it here for now. And the garbage can is over there. I'll launch it in there after. Okay. Up we go. So I can see all 4 tires now. And basically, just making sure everything is sucked in. The axles, because all 4 of these tires, they shoot out like this to get maximum lift and reach on this unit. So I always make sure that sometimes one axle will be out an inch or so, and maybe that's why the functionality of the machine isn't the way it's supposed to be operating. I'm just gonna go up a little bit more so I know I'm gonna clear these units here. Okay. So this boom, you have to tuck in. You're gonna see now, this jib is gonna fold underneath. You fold it in. We're gonna go on this side. And just wash the tires, edge to edge. watching it, slow movements, small movements. I go nice and easy now because it's actuated. I go small movements. Go back a little bit. Okay, pretty much that's it. Now this is gonna fold underneath here, and then I'm gonna put the basket on the ground, but you'll see. Like this. So I'm folding the unit right underneath. One more thing here. And before I put this on the ground, I want to get my pin in, my safety pin. It's on this side. Come on. Now, I want to move it to the middle. Which is this way. Pin is in. And then tilt the basket down. And done. And then we'll remove this waste, this blue skin, and these bottles of water. And we are good. Right beside the garbage can here. And now we are ready to secure, lock and load it, and get it out. I'll take the harness off, throw some air in the machine. Another chain, strap in the back, and we're good. Oh. third chain. So now the binders and chains are ready to go. Right, down, around, boom. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. Okay. This one to make sure they're really tight down. This one. Again, same process. Down and down. Over here. Basically, paid workout. Binding and chaining, carrying the chains. Paid workout. You keep your fit, your arms slim. Only thing is the hands get a little bit sore. But it is what it is. Okay. This binder, we're gonna put it away. Fold it up like so. This is for the welding unit. I took out maximum thread. And again, down and around. Binder out. Right from here. Boom. And boom. I'm gonna oil these tomorrow. Get them nice and lubed up. Nice and tight. Really push from downforce on this. All right, that ain't going nowhere. Alrighty. Basically, the 401 right now is a calm before the storm. It's gonna get busy real fast. It's starting to probably accumulate right now. So every 5 to 10 minutes goes by, the traffic gets worse and worse. Okay, so over here. Plane is kind of fast for a short final. Okay. Nice and tight. Alrighty. Attachment is secured. Left side secured. That guy's happy, it's Monday. Okay. Okay, so three more sets to go. All right. One more chain. Alrighty. I like these ones because the other Genie style axles come out, like the whole axle comes out, where these, the axles are embedded in here. So you could use 6 small chains. When it's the Genie ones, you gotta go get your 4 long chains. So it's work. And you gotta exit out. You'll see it in my other video, any Genie 125 or the axles, the way they spread open and you get out the long chains. But I avoided a really bad accident, so I'm glad I always turn my GPS on, my Google Maps, because whatever's going on the QEW right now, there's a lot of people just staring at the back of a bumper. And I had to still come here and get this done. And if I was stuck on that and didn't realize what was going on, I would still be there and be zero production. Just sitting on the road doing absolutely nothing. I'd rather get to where I gotta go, get my job done versus being stuck in some traffic. It's horrible. Okay. All right. We are golden. It's not going nowhere, buddy. All right. I'll give the tires a kick. Okay. My tractor unit has TPSM, but see, I noticed this nail here. And I just drove around this yard, so if I caught any nasty nails, it would, pretty sure with the weight on the tires, it will bleed out or you'll hear a hissing. So all my tires are good on the trailer. All right. I want to thank everyone for watching this really long video. I know when I post it, it's going to be probably one of my longest ones, but I did move a lot of machinery and there was a lot of action going on, a lot of maneuvering. So yeah, if you've watched this whole video to the end, I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you very much. I got off 2 videos today, so I'm going to try to edit them, try to get at least 1 off today, maybe get both of them on the web today and post them up for you guys to watch. That way my list of videos keeps getting longer and longer. But anyways, thank you for watching. And if you made it this far and you're new to the channel, please do me a favor. Hit the subscribe, 1 second, and hit that like. It just takes 1 second. Please and thank you. Become a subscriber. And the people who already subscribed, thank you very much. God bless. Until the next one, peace.